Alright guys, welcome back. My name is Timmy Tran. I'm your link to the fire within and to God. Alright guys, you got power guys. It doesn't matter where you're from. Now hope you can reach this video reach you across the world. And back there in time, Jesus had to walk, a long way to talk to people, right? He don't condemn people. He don't, tell people or they are bad, stuff like that. But the action they do, it depends on what they learn, right? If you don't learn much, what happened? You can only do what, take all the action for survival that you can, right? And God gives you the power to learn, to prosper, to build, to create, and to multiply. Now, if you don't learn, what happened? You just like a survival mode, like an animal, right? And you want to become an animal, right? Because that's what you know. You go into your sympathy, the intelligence. When you have the sympathy for people, is that you got to know, there's a limit to, to feeling sympathy, right? And you don't put yourself in an animal state. You get into an animal state, now you long become sympathy. You just be recklessly that endanger yourself or other people, right? That's why a lot of people that trying to attain a exotic animal, what happened? They get hurt. Not all of them, but the one that don't be careful, what happened? They got comfortable. They think that these wild animals are part of, can communicate with them. That's the thing that your intelligence have to be aware of. Like God, want you to make good choice, and when you make good choice, you have intelligence. You make bad choice, like because you're not learning to use your intelligence, your power properly. So you learn to on survival mode. God not gonna blame you for that. I mean, He created action because He know that the only way that for you to learn is to make mistake, right? Now, if you keep on making the same mistake, what happens? It's like you're just on an animal mode, just survival mode, right? You're not learning to build, right? To build your life, to build things. You know what I'm saying? So, and in these days, when a lot of people just like do things so much that they forgot that they have the power. They have the power to change things in their life. They have the power to get intelligent, wisely, to help to build a community, to build a society. But they all like on animal survival mode, right? They want to dominate on other people, right? Right? God don't want you to dominate people. He wants you to work together, right? But you gotta, He wants diversity in people, but you gotta know that He is the ultimate, the God that you should follow, right? Because they're all in line with like the all the action that He wants you to do, right? To love, be kind, and to be nice, and to build, to prosper, to create, and to multiply, right? But as human, what happened? If you don't have the knowledge of what God wants you to do, you live on animal mode. And of course, when you're young, you don't have a lot of knowledge and stuff like that, and you trying to learn to see how the world works. So what happened? Like you live on like an animal instinct. You one thing, right? But instead, like like you gotta build it, you gotta create it, right? But you're young, you live, most of your younger life, you're taken care of by your family and stuff, right? So you don't really know how to build, right? You just know how to take, right? But and eventually you grow. Hopefully that you learn some of the stuff. You look around, you see people do things, stuff like that. Because whether or not the people that believe in God and the people that don't believe in God, different religion, they all live on the same thing: emotion, roller coaster, sympathy, all kind of stuff. All those are good, but you gotta have a focus, right? God with all those features in there. Now you can take, God with all these, like love, kind, all kind of stuff like, but with God on top, there's a guideline, right? Now let's say there's a lot of people, they come with their own identity, that idol. They took God, principle, and they move it to what they create themselves. So it never align with God, right? Now you're in line with, I believe in the devil, I be kind, nice, all kind of stuff. That don't work. You know what I'm saying? A destruction. Now but that's why it's easy for people to lie, right? They can use the same love, kind, stuff like that, and tie you in. See, the evil, the devil can do that, right? They take God, principle, all kinds of stuff. They say, oh, now I can use that, right? But they have wrong direction, right? Wrong direction, right? You got darkness and light. There's only two things, right? You hide in the dark. When you hide in the dark, what happened? You think you can get away with things, right? Oh, nobody see me. I can do this. I can do that. I can commit crime. I can do all these things. Nobody see me, right? In the light, what happened? You are exposed. Now, technology is going to expose all these corruption, all these bad things that people do. It's easy to get caught, right? So you need in line, with God's principle, right? But that's up to you. Your choice, your power. God gave you. Just like the story of Superman that came down, right? He got power, but he still had somebody to guide, to help him to utilize that power, and hopefully that he has somebody, in his life, which is mom, dad, that are able to teach him. And you see that other movie where recently, like a couple years ago, where they have like same thing as Superman come down, but the things that he don't have a parent that will teach him, properly. So what happened? He become angry, mad, and stuff like that, and he killed his parent. Right? He got the same power. Right? He's just doing the different direction because he got a different parent group, and the other Superman got different parent. Same thing. When you were born to this earth, and there's a lot of people out there like myself, like teach you the right way to God, right? And like Jesus Christ does, right? So that's what we do. We're not forcing you. We're not yelling at you or anything like that. We just want you to know what the principle of God and what and how you can make it to put into your life and live by it and live a good life, a peaceful life, right? And help other people along the way. That's all the pathway, right? But sometimes we got busy. We start learning from other people, or we don't want to learn it, right? Most people, a lot of people just don't want to learn, right? They just know they learn enough where they can survive, right? So now they start dripping to that's why so many people, they believe in God but have no conviction to what to what the true thing is, because it's so confusing. I mean, they read in the Bible and they everybody interpret differently, right? Each pastor interpret things so differently, and they all make prediction on some kind of this doom and glooming of the world. Is that right? They say one thing and they do the other, right? So if you focus on the gloom and doom of the world, the destruction, stuff like that, destroy, what happened? You allow people to do whatever they want to. Oh, I'm praying for God coming back because I believe in God. I believe in God and He's going to save me. What about your children? What about your grandchildren? What about generations coming? You know what I'm saying? You don't worry about them, right? That mentality, you think, oh, it's going to end, the world's going to end. Like dinosaur. That's what dinosaurs do, right? They don't have intelligence. They just live and boom, die. God wanted to build, to create, to prepare, and to multiply and prosper, right? But if we don't think like that, okay, everything is doomed. We don't care. We just live where we want to live. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality most people have, right? So it's time for you guys to change your life, and it's not like you change the world. It's first you got to change your life. If you can't change your life, you can't change the world. It's start with seed. That seed is you. When that seed is grow, what happens? Around you see that, right? People around you see that, and they start wondering, asking you, how come you're so peaceful? How come your life so so peaceful? Right? All you have to say is, right? I believe God. I want to spread the power, the good word of God, right? Glorify God, right? I want this peaceful world. I want everybody to have a wonderful life and live a peaceful world and multiply and create, right? So you gotta be careful what you follow and who you hang around, guys. Right? If your life won't turn out the way it is, you gotta analyze that, right? You have to. You have no choice. Or you should continue on your path, right? Focus on a little thing that you can change. Not the big word, because everybody wants your power. The way they can obtain something. Alright guys, if I'm God, Jesus Christ, if I'm taking change your life forever. Bye bye.